Hello everyone and welcome back to another Hero Fest tutorial video. And today we have the second Viking in the Viking Hero Fest tutorial trilogy. Here's Berserker!
Berserkers. Wild, free, and utterly without fear. They fight with twin axes, but their true weapon is their passion. There is an ancient riddle. What is stronger than steel? Blood, our answer. Blood and fury.
Now, if you're thinking of female Berserker, I think she's still screaming Raider's name too.
Raider! 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 You talk too much.
He's giving me little grooves and holes, pause, to get into, pause again.
If you haven't seen the first video, this trilogy began with Valkyrie, a pretty extensive hero with a good kit, and if you haven't seen her video, I will be linking it with this one, so if you like Valk, please do check it out and support the content. Thank you for watching, now let's begin this video. Berserker has a pretty small moveset, but his kit comes with a few things that helps her stand out from the rest. Her chain is infinite for as long as you have stamina, allowing you to alternate between light and heavy attacks from either side. But remember that you can't perform a light from the same side, and if you perform a heavy from the same side, that ends the infinite chain. Berserker's infinite chain is light, heavy, infinitely until you run out of stamina or get parried / light block. Heavy is Zerk's heavy chain that leads into her unblockable. Her unblockable can also be accessed after a light opener if you use the top heavy as part of the chain, making it a 2-hit chain instead of 3. The same applies for the heavy opener into top heavy. On the second chain of Berserker's kit, she gains hyper armor or uninterruptible stance on all of her following attacks. Zerk as an assassin has the ability to deflect into opponents' attacks, allowing for a guaranteed guard break into heavy. Zerk has the ability to dodge cancel all of her attacks and finishers, which helps in deflecting and keeping your turn and pressure on the opponent with frame advantage and hyper armor. But be careful, because if you're too predictable, you'll be punished. Most Zerk players I've observed while playing the game love to be the equivalent of a spinning top. Wait a minute, is Zerk a fidget spinner?
I'm a fidget spinner.
It's the
External targeting dodge light attacks work well in group fights, and even though the enhanced lights properties was nerfed and removed, still widely used in group fights. Berserker's dodge forward light is good for taking back your turn or keeping the pressure on an opponent because of his hyper armor, but keep in mind that you should use it sparingly because it's also easy to parry. Zerk's heavies can be soft feinted into a light and easily activates a hyper armor, which can put pressure on your opponent or make trades in your favor. Zerk's zone is a really great tool to use from a parry or neutral if your opponent isn't expecting it, and can continue into your pressure by going into a light after the zone, into a top heavy to bear reaction. Zerk, like Valkyrie, has many different tools that can be used to their advantage, and in the short time I have, it's impossible to fully give a grand scope of their capabilities, which is why it's up to you, the viewer, to leave your feedback in the comments if you're a Berserker main. I, along with many others, would appreciate learning from more experienced players, so please do share your knowledge. Thank you in advance. When throwing an opponent to the wall, you can go for the top heavy, which does 28 damage, or go into a side heavy to continue your pressure. Zerk's optimal out-stamina punish to an opponent attacking is dodge forward light, side heavy, light dealing 50 damage. Zerk's optimal out-stamina punish on a thrown opponent is left, right, or forward throw into left or right, side heavy into top heavy, dealing 54 damage. Keep in mind that if you switch guards after the throw, your punish won't land. Zerk's dodge forward heavy has a unique animation that allows him to chase down opponents from greater distances and lunge forward to begin his pressure. Zerk can immediately counter from a parry by tapping the light button, which can immediately start your counter attack pressure, but be careful not to use this during a light parry because you'll be missing out on more damage. As said in the previous Hero Fest, this information is taken from the For Honor Info Hub, which is what I use to help fact check things about heroes I've revved up for these Hero Fests. Consider it a kind of visual guide to these heroes that will hopefully help you better understand the character. If you have any tips you would like to share, then please leave them down in the comments, and thank you for making it this far. Zerk's armor perks in my opinion are a no-brainer to choose from. Some of these perks in my opinion feel somewhat useless and don't really help much overall, and it would be cool to see Ubisoft do a complete overhaul on armor perks in general, or make it so that every hero can have access to any perks in the game if built right. That being said, my go-to armor perks are Devourer, upon execution healing an additional 10 health. Endurance, when gaining a renown level, receive 3% stamina cost reduction per level for a total of 12%. Headhunter, for each unique player/bot hero executed, increases max health by 4 for a total of 16 health for each unique kill, which basically means that you have to execute everyone on the enemy team at least once. Now for feats, my go-to for Zerk is Bounty Hunter. Gain health and stamina when you kill another hero. This is good because you gain health without needing to execute your opponent. Bear Trap, damages and stops victims in their tracks. I love using traps and hitting opponents after catching them and finding some way to hide them. Throwing Axe. Throw an axe dealing moderate damage. This is good for a quick cleanup that you want to end as fast as possible and catch someone off guard. Fire Flask. Throw a projectile creating a fire effect over an area. Good for also closing out a fight or causing mayhem in group fights. It's also a really good and fast B lane clear. Now, if I've missed anything or any advice the veteran players would like to give, I'd appreciate you guys leaving comments for the newer players who come across this video. I have left a link to For Honor Hub in the description for those who may find it useful. Please remember to keep in mind these Hero Fest reviews are intended for the newer players. That being said, if you have any advice you think will be useful, please leave your comments for myself and others to read to learn more about the character. Thanks for watching. I hope you like and subscribe to keep up with future Hero Fest videos and my For Honor content. Thank you again to my subscribers who helped with the Hero Fest videos this month. Bye bye.